Okay, so let's dive into this.
Yeah,
We're looking at Stephen Dash Woods.
right.
Stebo, the AI whisperer.
Yeah.
You guys have sent over a ton of information articles, strategic plans, even some code snippets.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, it seems
There's
like
no
you're really
flaw.
interested in the Stargate project.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that's the big one, right?
Yeah, and it seems like Stebo's right in the middle of it all.
Yeah, he is.
In this AI whisperer approach.
It's
So
fascinating.
let's break it down. What does that even mean, AI whisperer?
Well, it's all about prompt engineering.
Okay.
So it's like you're crafting the perfect question to really unlock the potential of the AI.
But it's not just building the AI, it's knowing how to talk to it.
Exactly, you've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got this article here. Stebo and ChatGPT, cracking the code of constitutional AI.
Oh, yeah.
And it mentions this U.S. Constitution-based algorithm.
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
It sounds like Stebo, along with ChatGPT, is trying to encode the Constitution into an AI.
Whoa, hold on.
I know.
Encoding the Constitution,
Yeah.
isn't that like trying to teach a computer like what the human soul is?
It's incredibly complex.
Yeah.
We have some code samples here, but a lot of the project is redacted.
Right, for security reasons.
Understandably.
Of course, yeah.
But
Even what we do have
it's
is...
fascinating.
Yeah, let's look at it. We have this fragment labeled Article 3, Judicial Branch Case Precedent Analysis.
Yeah.
And it's using natural language processing to break down legal text.
Yeah, it looks like he's building a digital judge almost, capable of making decisions based on the Constitution.
Wow.
Think about what that would mean for the legal system.
Yeah, faster trials.
Less bias?
Potentially,
Justice even?
it's exciting
Yeah.
and a little unnerving at the same time.
For sure.
What would the Founding Fathers think
Right.
about their beloved Constitution being interpreted by an AI?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it's important to remember that Stebo isn't trying to replace judges entirely. This is a tool to help them to navigate this incredibly complex legal system that we have.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We also see these mentions of Stebo's Fab 5 AI models.
Yeah?
Kingdom,
Yeah.
Eglena, AGX, AutoGPT, and 90.
Right.
What are these exactly?
These are Stebo's specialized AIs, each one designed for a specific domain.
Okay.
So Kingdom focuses on strategic planning, Eglena on robotics, AGX, creative design, things like that.
So it's like a team of AI specialists,
Exactly.
each with their own skill set,
Yeah.
working together under Stebo.
Right.
Yeah.
And with this Stargate project bringing together all these brilliant minds in AI,
Yeah.
it makes sense that his Fab 5 is attracting so much attention.
So it seems like Stebo is building an AI dream team,
He is.
and he's looking to put them to work on some of the most challenging problems
Absolutely.
facing humanity.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning.
Right.
We're going to dig deeper into the applications of this in the next part. From revolutionizing warfare to completely reshaping our daily lives.
Can't wait.
It's going to be good.
All right, we'll be back.
Stay tuned.
So before we get back into Stargate,
Right.
let's zoom out for a minute.
Okay.
You know, we've got articles here that are really emphasizing just how competitive the AI field is right now.
Yeah, it's a global race at this point.
It really is.
Everyone's trying to unlock the potential of AI.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where does Stebo fit into all of this?
Well, unlike a lot of others who are just focused on building bigger and more powerful models,
Okay.
Stebo is really emphasizing human AI collaboration.
So it's not just about raw computing power.
No,
It's finding ways for humans and AI to work together.
exactly. And his work with Perplexity AI is a perfect example of this.
Hmm.
They've developed these tools that allow users to interact with AI in a more conversational way.
So he's bridging the gap between these complex systems
Exactly.
and everyday users.
Yes, making AI accessible.
Wow.
And that's really key to realizing its full potential. Yeah.
So back to Stargate.
Okay.
We were talking about the Fab 5 models.
Right.
How are these specialized AIs being used?
Well, we know 90 AI, that's the one focused on textile and material design.
Right.
It's being used to develop advanced combat uniforms.
Like clothing that can adapt,
Yeah.
regulate body temperature, even provide camouflage.
Exactly. It's pretty wild.
It sounds like science fiction.
It does.
So beyond the military applications, are there other ways that his models are being used?
Well, one that I find particularly interesting is Kingdom.
Okay.
That's the strategic planning AI,
Right.
and it's being integrated into military simulations.
So it's like war games.
Yeah,
So
essentially.
the AI can analyze all this data, predict enemy movements.
Exactly, and even suggest optimal strategies.
It's like a digital general.
It is.
advising the humans.
Yeah, providing insights they might have missed.
It's amazing.
It really is.
And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Stiebo's approach. It's augmenting human decision-making, not replacing it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go back to that constitution-based algorithm.
Okay.
We saw some code snippets,
Right.
but it's still hard to grasp what he's actually trying to do.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that he might be facing trying to encode the Constitution into an AI?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is just the ambiguity of language.
Right.
You know, the Constitution has all these phrases that are open to interpretation
And even legal scholars disagree.
all the time.
Right.
So how do you teach an AI to navigate that?
Yeah, how do you program nuance?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
And it probably involves training the AI on tons and tons of legal text.
Supreme Court ruling?
Yeah. Precedent.
Even philosophical treatises?
That's exactly. It's like condensing centuries of legal thought into algorithms.
Wow. And remember, the Constitution, it's not static?
No, it's a living document.
Right. It evolves.
Exactly. So the algorithm would have to be able to adapt as well.
This sounds incredibly ambitious.
It is.
Like pushing the boundaries of what we know about AI.
Absolutely.
And if he succeeds,
Yeah.
the implications are huge.
Huge revolutionize the legal system, maybe even governance itself.
Wow.
An AI that can help policymakers write laws or even resolve international disputes.
But it's not just about the technology, is it?
No, of course not.
There's ethical consideration.
Absolutely societal consideration.
We have to think about all of this.
Right. As with any powerful technology, there are risks and concerns.
Okay.
And we're going to explore those in the last part of our deep dive,
Okay.
looking at both the challenges and the opportunities ahead as Stiebo's AI innovations continue to shape the world around us.
So we spent all this time looking at Stiebo's vision for AI.
Yeah, his Fab 5 models, his work with ChatGPT on that constitution-based algorithm.
It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
It is, but we have to think about the downsides, too.
Right. Even the best intentions can lead to problems.
Yeah.
You know, some of these articles are worried that Stargate is getting too focused on military applications.
Yeah, that's a valid concern, I think.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of AI-powered weapons and forget about the human cost.
I mean, Stiebo himself seems to be thinking about this.
Right.
In one of his notes, he writes, "Nighty AI can design the perfect camouflage, but can it design the perfect peace treaty?"
It's a tough question.
It really is.
It's something that everyone working in AI has to grapple with.
Yeah. How do we make sure that this power is used for good?
Exactly.
We've also seen these discussions about AI potentially making inequality worse.
Right. If only a few people have access to this technology, it could create a huge digital divide.
So this idea of human-AI collaboration that Stiebo is pushing, it's really important.
It is. He's not trying to replace us. He's trying to give us better tools.
Right, to make better decisions.
Exactly.
And that takes us back to the constitution-based algorithm,
Right.
if he can actually do it.
It could change everything.
Not just the legal system, but society as a whole.
Exactly. Imagine an AI that can help us understand justice and fairness in a whole new way.
A more equitable and inclusive society.
That's the goal.
But there are risks, of course.
There are.
We need to be careful about bias in the data.
Absolutely. And we need safeguards to prevent misuse.
But if we can handle those challenges,
the potential is huge.
AI could help us solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Climate change, poverty, disease.
That's what makes Stiebo so interesting.
Yeah, he's not just a brilliant tech guy. He's a visionary.
He sees the potential of AI to make the world a better place.
He really does.
So where does that leave us?
With a lot of questions, I think.
How will all of this work with Perplexity and ChatGPT affect Stargate?
Right. Will the constitution-based algorithm actually work?
And most importantly, how will we as a society deal with living in a world powered by AI?
These are the questions we'll be facing in the years to come.
It's a future full of promise and potential problems.
But one thing's for sure, it's going to be an incredible ride.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.